The Fisherman and his soul. The young fisherman said, "I do not need my soul. I cannot see it. I cannot touch it. Of course I will send it away." The young fisherman went out in his boat every evening and threw his nets into the water. Sometimes he didn't catch much, but sometimes the fish came in from the deep sea and swam into his nets. He took them and sold them in the town. One evening, the net was very heavy. The young fisherman laughed. "Perhaps I have caught all the fish in the sea," he thought. He pulled, and the next came nearer and nearer to the boat. At last he came to the depth of the water. There were no fish in it, only a sleep-made mermaid. Her hair was like gold, her body was silver and pearl. She was very beautiful. The fisherman picked her up in his arms. When he touched her, he opened her deep blue eyes with fear. He tried to escape, but he held so tightly. He began to cry. "Please, please, don't take me away," she said. "I am the daughter of the king of the sea. He only has me, and is all and alone." The fisherman answered, "You can go if you make a promise. When I called you, you must come to me. You must come to me and sing. When the fish love the song of the people of the sea, they will come and my net will be full." So the mermaid promised. The fisherman opened his arms and she disappeared into the water. Every evening to that, when the young fisherman went out in his boat, he called the mermaid. She came up out of the water and sang the songs to the people of the sea. She sang about the king's palace, its roof of clear blue jewels and its pearl of ore. She sang about the gardens at the sea. The big fish came in from the deep sea to listen to her songs. Then the young fisherman threw his nets round them and caught them. When the boat was full, the mermaid disappeared in the sea. The mermaid never came close to him. Once he tried to touch her, but he went down in the water. He did see her again that day. Each day the sound of her voice became sweeter in his ears. He forgot about his nets and his boat. The fish came and he did see them. He sat in his boat and listened. Darkness closed round him, and moonlight changed his brown arms to silver. One evening, the little fisherman called the mermaid. "Little mermaid, I love you. Take me as your husband." But the mermaid answered, "No, you have a man's soul. Send away your soul, and I will love you." Then the fisherman said, "I do not need my soul. I cannot see it, I cannot touch it. Of course I will send it away." Held his arms. "I will send my soul away, and you will be my wife. We will live in the deepest part of the sea. It will show the wonderful things on your songs." The little mermaid laughed at happiness and hid her face in her hands. "But how can I send my soul away?" cried the fisherman. "Tell her how to do it." "I do not know," said the little mermaid. "The people of the sea have no souls." She looked at him sadly and swam away. Early next morning, the fisherman went to the priest's house. "Father," he said, "I am in love with one of the people of the sea, but I cannot marry her as I have a soul. Tell me how to send my soul away. I do not need it. I cannot see it. I cannot touch it." The priest answered, "Stupid man, your soul is given to you by God. It is the most important thing that you have. It is like the golden jewels of kings. The people of have no souls, and like animals do not know the right from wrong. Father, said the young fisherman, I caught the daughter of the king of the sea in my net. She is more beautiful than the morning star, and worse than the moon. I would give my soul for a body. I must send my soul away. Go away, cried the priest. Then the fisherman went to the city. The market sellers called to him. What do you sell today? I will sell my soul. I do not need it. The market sellers laughed at him. We don't want to buy your soul. What can we do with it? Sell us your body and become a slave. Do not look about your soul. And then the fisherman thought, this is very strange. The priest told me that the soul cost more than gold and jewels. I don't understand. And down to the sea to think. At last, he remembered that there was a witch near the beach of the sand, the place where she lived. She knew by magic that he was coming. He laughed and waited for him. What do you want? She cried at the underwater. I can give you anything, but everything has its price. I only want one small thing, said the young fisherman. But the priest was angry when I asked him for it, and market sellers laughed at me, so I've come to you. Do you want? Asked the witch, coming near. I want to send my soul away from me, answered the young fisherman. What will you give me and I'll help you? Asked the witch, into him with beautiful eyes. 5 pieces of the gold, and my net, my house, and my boat. But tell me how I can lose my soul. She laughed. I am a witch. I can have all the gold and silver that I want. So what shall I give you? What shall I do? She put her fingered hand on his head and smiled at him. You must dance with me, pretty boy, she said. Only that? Nothing more? Cried the young fisherman. Only that, she answered, and she smiled again. We must dance when the moon is full. Tonight you will come to the top of the mountain at the witch's meeting place, and he will be there. Who is he? Asked the young fisherman. Come tonight, stand near the tree on the top of the mountain and wait for me. When the moon is full, I will be with you. Then we will dance together in the grass. But you will help me to send my soul away. The sunlight shone on the red hair. I will, she answered. You are the best of witches, cried the young fisherman, and I will dance with you tonight. He smiled at her and went happily back to town. Witch watched him as he went. He will be mine, she said. I am as beautiful as she is. That evening, the young fisherman climbed to the top of the mountain and stood under the tree in the moonlight. The sea lay far down below, and the shadows of the fishing boat moved under water. At midnight, witches came flying through the air. To you, they said as they came down to the ground. What is this smell? There is a stranger here. The young witch came last. She wore a gold dress and her long grey hair flew up behind her. Where is he? Where is he? Cried the witches when they saw her. She laughed and ran to the tree. At the fisherman's hands, she brought him out in the moonlight and began to dance with him. The other witches began to dance too, round and round. It was the sound of a horse. You couldn't see a horse. He felt afraid. Faster, faster, cried cried the witch. She put her arms around his neck. He knew that something terrible was watching him. Then he saw him under the shadow of the rock. It was a man dressed in black. His face was white. His mouth was like a red flower. Her hands were white and heavy with rings. He watched the young fisherman as he danced. Suddenly the dancer stopped and went to kiss the man's hands. He smiled proudly. He was steadily looking at the fisherman. "Now we must go to him," said the witch. The fisherman followed her. When he was close to the man, the young fisherman suddenly called out God's name. He didn't know why God called it. Witches cried out and flew away. The man closed his eyes in pain. He called to his horse and jumped at its back and returned and looked sadly at the fisherman. The witch with the red hair tried to fly away too, but the fisherman caught her arm and held her. "Take your hand off me!" she cried. "No," he answered. "First you must tell me the secret." "What secret?" said the witch, fighting like a wild cat. "You know," he answered, with tears in her green eyes. "I am this beautiful little daughter of the sea," she said. He pushed her away. "If you do not keep your promise, I will kill you." Oh, it was grey. "All right," she said. "It is your soul, not mine." She took out a knife and a green case. The shadow of the body is the body of the soul. Stand by the sea with your back to the moon. Cut your shadow away from your feet, and with your soul put to leave you. Took the knife. Then he began to climb down the mountain. His soul inside him called out, "I have lived with you for many years and have been your servant. Do not send me away from you, or I will hurt you." The young fisherman laughed. "You have not hurt me. I didn't need you. My love is calling me." On the sand at the back to the moon, his shadow lay in front of him. His soul said, "If I must go away, do not send me away without heart." There is no love or kindness in the world, and I was afraid I need to take your heart with me. "My heart belongs to my love," he answered. "So do not wait. Go. I do not need you." The young fisherman took the knife out of its case and cut away the shadow around his lid. He stood up in front of him. It was just like him. He stepped back and put away the knife. He was afraid. "Go," he said. "I never want to see you again." "No, we must meet again," said the soul. "How will we meet?" cried the young fisherman. "Will you follow me to the deepest part of the sea?" "Once every year I will come to this place and call to you," said the soul. "Perhaps you will meet me." "Why will I meet you?" cried the young fisherman. "We do what you like." Then he jumped in the sea. This mermaid came up to meet him. She put her arms around his neck and kissed him. They went down into the sea. The soul went away, crying. Now the soul came down to the sea and called the young fisherman. He came to the sea and said, "Why are you calling me?" The soul answered, "Come nearer. I want to tell you about the wonderful things that I have seen." So the fisherman came nearer and listened. "When I left you," the soul said to him, "I traveled to the east. All the nice things come to the east. I arrived at the city and walked through the streets and came to the garden with God. I want to see your God," I said to one of the priests, and he took me to a house in the garden. There was no God there, only a metal mirror on a stone table. I said to the priest, "Where is the God?" He said, "There is no God. This is a special mirror. It shows everything off. When you have this mirror, you know everything. Nothing is hidden from you." I stole the mirror and I set it close to here. "Take me as your soul again, and you will be wise than all the wise men." The young fisherman laughed. "Love is better than understanding," he cried. And then the mermaid loved me, went back in the sea, and went away, crying. After the second year, the soul came down to the sea and called the young fisherman. The fisherman came up out of the sea and said, "Why are you calling me?" "Come nearer," the soul answered. "I want to tell you about the wonderful things that I've seen. When I left you, I traveled to the south. All gold and jewels come from the south. After many days, I came to Ashtar. The king of that city is special ruinous Inga. If you have that ring, you are richer than all the kings in the world. I went in the king's palace. The soldiers hit me, and they couldn't hurt me. The king said, 'Who are you? Why can't you hurt you?' They sleep in the night. 'While you are here, I am not king of the city.' I answered, 'I will go if you give me a ring.' Then the soul said to the fisherman, 'I have hidden a ring in a place not far from here. Come with me and take it. You will be richer than all the kings in this world.' The young fisherman laughed. 'Love is better than gold and jewels,' he cried, and then the mermaid loved me, went back to the sea. The soul went away crying. At the end of the third year, the soul came down to the sea and called to the fisherman. When he came, the soul said, "Come nearer. I want to tell you about the wonderful things that I've seen. On my journeys, I came to a city, house, and a river. Three men come to that house and took wine. As I sat well, an old man came in. He played music, and the girl came and danced. Her face was covered, and I could see it. But her white feet moved like the birds. They were the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. It was the most wonderful dancing. It is only 3 days' journey from this place." The young fisherman remembered that the mermaid had no feet. She could not dance. So he said, "All right. It's only a short journey, and then I can turn to my love." He climbed down on the ground and held out his arms to the soul. The soul cried with happiness and went into him. They traveled all that night and came to the city. As they walked along to the jewelers, the young fisherman saw a fine silver cup. The soul said to him, "Take that cup and hide it." So they took the cup and they left the city quickly. And then the young fisherman threw the cup away. "Why did you tell me to take that cup?" he said to the soul. "It was wrong." The soul answered, "It does not matter." On the evening of the second day, they came to another city. As they walked along the street, the young fisherman saw a child with a pot of water. His soul said to him, "Hit that child." So he hit the child, and the child cried. Then he left the city quickly. Then the young fisherman became angry. "Why did you tell me to hit the child? It was wrong." But the soul answered, "It doesn't matter." Later in the evening, the third day, they came to another city. The fisherman sat down and rested. After some time, the man came past them. "Why are you sitting here in the street?" he said. fisherman answered, I have nowhere to sleep. I had no friends in the city. The man said, aren't we all brothers? Did one the Lord make a soul? Come with me to my house. So then fisherman stayed in the man's house. In the middle of the night he saw looking and said, go to the man's room, kill him and take his gold. We will eat it. Then fisherman went to the man's room, left a knife near his bed, and with 3 dags and gold. The young fisherman took out his hand and touched the knife. The man woke up. I repay for my kindness with blood, he said. The soul said, kill him. So the young fisherman killed the man and took the bags of gold. When they were away from the city, the fisherman said, why did you tell me to kill the man? Why did you tell me to take his gold? The soul answered, it doesn't matter. No, cried the fisherman, it does matter. Why had you done this to me? The soul answered, when you sent me out in the world, you did not give me a heart. The young fisherman said, you are bad. I forgot my love when I was with you. He threw the bags of gold away. I sent you away before, and I will send you away again. He turned his back to the moon. And then with the knife, he tried to cut away the shadow of the body with the soul. But the soul said, a man can only send its soul away once in his life. You must keep me with you forever. The young fisherman said, I will go back to the place where the mermaid sang and will call her. I will tell her about the bad things that I had done. His soul said, there are many women who are more beautiful. They dancing good as the Morris. They laughed while they danced. To that city, the young fisherman did not answer. He travelled back to the place where his love sang. He called the little mermaid, who didn't come. He built a hut in the rocks, and he called the mermaid every morning and every night. She never came up from the sea to meet him. A year passed, and the soul thought, I have written bad things. With his love he had been too great. Now I will offer him good things, and perhaps he will come with me. So the soul said, I have told you about the happiness of the world. Now I will tell you about the world pain. I will tell you about the people who are hungry, poor and sick. That's going to help those people. The young fisherman did not answer. And then he passed, and the soul said, your love is stronger than I am. Let me into your heart, and I can be part of you again. Of course you can't come in, said the young fisherman. I cannot find a way into your heart, said his soul. But there's no room, because your heart is so full of love. I would like to help you, said the fisherman. As he spoke, a great sound of crying came from the sea. One of the people of the sea was dead. The young fisherman left his hut and ran down to water. That waved the heart and land, and brought wisdom to the body of the little mermaid. And threw himself down next to her, and held her in his arms. He kissed the cold, red mouth. More rays came. The sound of cry came to the palace of the sea king. The sea is coming, said his soul. If we stay here, he will kill you. Come away. But the young fisherman didn't listen. Love is better than being wise or rich, said the mermaid. Love is beautiful. I was bad and I left you. Then I called you and you did not come. But my love stayed with me and was always strong. Now you are dead and I will die with you. The sea came nearer and tried to cover him with waves. The fisherman knew that the end was near. He kissed the cold face of the mermaid And then his heart broke. He still found a way to do it, and gave twice and again. And the sea covered beyond Fisherman. Then the